Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Privately Outspoken. This is Sheryl Drinkall. My life is a podcast. Today, I just want to talk about gratefulness. Go get some coffee, get in a comfy chair, come back here, and let's get into the gratefulness. So, I spend a lot of my days thinking. I have pretty deep thoughts. Most of my days are in deep thought, to be honest, which is why I have a problem resting and relaxing and why I do feel overwhelmed often. I handle it well, but I definitely feel it. In my thoughts, I always try to be grateful and think of all these opportunities where I can be grateful for the things that I do have instead of just be upset with the things that I don't. And I do find it really helps me, um, just on the hard days for sure. And it doesn't even take very much. It can be little things. So I want to share a couple of those, a couple little sort of ideas of where you can fit in specific gratefulness thoughts in like a physical practice or just emotionally. So there's some days, I get a text in the morning or I'm thinking about somebody and I think about how they've affected my life or I think about how much I appreciate them in my life. One thing that is kind of a really good idea is to just send messages to people, instead of scroll your phone one morning, just sit down and send some texts out. Think of people who you have had interaction with or you haven't talked to in a little while and just tell them you're thinking about them. Tell them why you're grateful. Everyone loves feeling good and feeling like they have impacted somebody else. That's a practice that's really easy to do and just to include. And it not only affects them, it actually really affects you in such a positive way because as you're expressing it, you're realizing it all at the same time. And as I was just sitting here trying to think of some things and ideas, I thought of something my family does, which is every night at dinner, as we all sit down, we do favorite parts of the day. And that's just where we all just tell each other, we call it favorite part of the day, but it's never one thing. And it's actually really nice to hear of the things that you think of and then you get to hear about their day and it's just a nice sharing experience and I know it always makes me grateful. It makes me grateful to hear about the kids' day and to share, but it gives me a chance to just reflect upon my day and be like, yeah, what was my favorite part of the day? What was good about it? What was positive instead of, just thinking, oh man, I had a tired day or I wasn't productive or this didn't happen or that didn't happen. Like it really makes you think and appreciate and just be very grateful for the things that did happen. And that's something as a family that we do and my kids really enjoy it. All of them do and they've expressed that many times. It actually, if there's a time or a day that it doesn't happen, it's something that is missing and it's noticed. Another thing we've started over our sort of, over the parenting journey and my kids being brought up is we've had different instances where we've had like a grateful jar or right now we just started it up again. It's a grateful journal and it's just like this family journal and it's on the counter and whoever wants to write something in it writes a note or writes something positive in it or anything they're feeling, really, like anything that I read in it when I do take a look at it, it's positive. So that's something small that you can start if you're looking for ideas. What's really fun about that is the accumulation, not just in that moment, but when you see the accumulation, right? A jar gets full of these little notes and then the journal gets full of entries and then you get to see the progression and you get to just always be reminded and grateful of all those moments. For me personally, I do find that I can't always process my emotions in that exact moment that it's happening. But when I take my time and, go for a walk or something, that's where I'm really feeling into my feelings. And I know sometimes that just means going for a walk and thinking about all the good things. Sometimes that means if I haven't had time to take the time to get a walk in, if I haven't had time to get that in, then that might mean sitting in my bed at night and I scroll pictures of my kids or whatever was done that day. And it makes me very grateful in those moments. And as moms, we always know that. It's so funny. by the end of the day, we're exhausted. We want our kids to get to bed, and they've finally gotten to bed, and now we can have time to ourselves, of course, after our chores and all the things, other things that we have to get done. But I do find myself, no matter what has happened during the day, that I do scroll my phone in my photos and think about all the little tidbits of my children and us as a family, and it really helps with me feeling grateful and just being really proud of them and proud of us as a whole family. So anyways, I just wanted to share a few little things. I just wanted to give reminders to always find ways to find gratefulness, whether that's journaling, whether that's doing something physically like starting that gratitude jar or starting that dinner time sharing, or whatever suits your family. Just find the time, because we need to be grateful. I did an episode the other day about celebrating each win, and this comes into play for that too. We really, really need to celebrate all our small wins. There is so many good things that happen in our lives, and they will always outweigh the bad. And when we just always practice gratefulness, we can get through anything. That's it. That is it for this gratitude filled chat today. I hope this episode adds just a little bit of an extra glow to your week. And just remember, we're not just moms, we're not wives, we're not just busy bees. We are just incredible, incredible women. And we deserve to appreciate and remember and reflect upon all the joys every single day that we're experiencing in life, amongst all the chaos, amongst all the stress, amongst all the responsibility. Look for it, you will find it. All right, I'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening. Go check out my website, share, follow me, all those things. I really appreciate it. And yeah, take care. Love ya. Bye.